There are a ton of third-party lenses out there, but do you really need them if your iPhone already has multiple built-in cameras like the iPhone 16 Pro Max? Well, there are actually a few good reasons why adding external lenses can still seriously improve your mobile filmmaking setup. So Freewell has sent me their new Cinematographer Pro kit, an all-in-one setup designed for creators who want to level up their iPhone footage with more professional-looking results. The kit includes multiple lenses and filters, and if you don't need the whole package, each lens is also available as a standalone. In this video, I'll be testing the full kit, compatible with the iPhones from the 13 all the way to the 16 Pro and Pro Max. I'll break down each lens and filter, and most importantly, help you decide if they're actually worth it. Now, this video isn't sponsored by Freewell. They did send me, however, the kit to try, but they won't see this video before you do, and all opinions are my own. However, this video is sponsored by ZIKE, and I'll tell you more about them later. Now, you might be wondering why even bother using external lenses or filters with your iPhone. The short answer: creative control and better image quality. While iPhones are already great, lenses and filters like the ones in Freewell's kit let you push your visuals even further. For example, you can get cleaner optical zoom without relying on digital cropping, add natural motion blur, or add subtle cinematic lens flare to give your shots more character. And these tools help you shape your image more intentionally and elevate the overall look of your video beyond what the iPhone alone can do. So now let's take a look at what's actually in the box and break down how each lens and filter works. A complete setup to take your mobile filmmaking to the next level. This way you can decide which one makes the most sense for your own shooting style. It includes an iPhone case, a cleaning cloth, a multifunctional Bluetooth grip, and a Pro carry case where you can fit everything inside. You'll also get 3 anamorphic lenses: blue, gold, and neutral. On Freewell's website, you can choose between the 1.33x and the 1.55x version depending on the look you're going for. Plus, there is a 1.7x telephoto lens, a 6x telephoto lens, and a 45x macro lens. On the filter side, you get a VND CPL 3-7 stop for the case, a VND 1-5 CPL for lenses, and a glow mist 1/4 filter. So let's now look at the kit and how you can actually use it. I'll walk you through the filters and lenses and show real-world footage so you can get a clear idea of the final results. So let's start with the case. It's well designed, gives full access to all your buttons, and offers solid protection. It's also the backbone of the system, allowing you to magnetically attach filters or securely screw on the lenses. The grip is a great addition. It improves your handheld shots, and you can also mount multiple accessories, and it even includes a built-in extension pole to help capture more creative angles. And finally, you get a microfiber lens cloth. Definitely keep this with you. Lenses and filters can pick up smudges quickly. So let's first talk about the VND filter that attaches magnetically to the case. Think of a VND filter like sunglasses for your camera. It helps reduce the amount of light hitting the sensor, which is especially useful when filming in bright conditions. Why does that matter? Because getting a natural looking motion blur, the kind you see in movies, you want to follow the 180-degree shutter rule. Also, right now I have that natural motion blur because I'm using that rule. And that means if you're filming at 25 frames per second, your shutter speed should be 1/50. And this lets in more light but also gives you that smooth cinematic motion. Without a VND filter, your shutter speed would have to be much higher to avoid overexposure, resulting in footage that looks overly sharp, jittery, and less natural, often giving off that typical iPhone or digital look. I'm also using the free Blackmagic Camera app, which gives you full manual control over your iPhone's camera settings. So you can lock in shutter speed, ISO, white balance, and more, just like a real cinema camera. I really love the look and black-red design of the filter. It feels premium and well thought out. It also has an indicator line and hard stops so it doesn't rotate endlessly, giving you much better control. The magnetic mount snaps securely onto the phone, and even when I try to shake it off, it stays firmly in place. Having this magnetic system instead of a traditional screw-on design makes it way more convenient. It lets you mount the filter quickly and start shooting faster. This filter also has a CPL, also known as circular polarizer, built in. And this helps cut reflections on surfaces like water, glass, or cars, and boosts contrast and color, especially in skies and outdoor scenes. If you're filming high-quality videos on your iPhone, especially in Apple ProRes, your storage can fill up fast. Even if you're not using ProRes, having an external SSD helps keep your footage organized, safe, and easy to manage. And that's where today's sponsor, ZIKE, comes in. The ZIKE Z791C is a magnetic SSD made specifically for the iPhone 15 and 16 series. You can see it's tiny and lightweight at just 24 grams. You can plug it in directly into your iPhone's USB-C port or use one of the two included 180-degree angled extension cables to mount the SSD on the back of your phone for a compact, streamlined setup. The SSD attaches magnetically to the back of your iPhone, making the setup feel more secure, especially for run-and-gun shooting. And yes, it even works with MagSafe cases like the one from Freewell that I've been using. You can record directly to it, edit straight from it, or plug it into your computer to move files faster. With read speeds up to 990 megabytes and write speeds up to 960 megabytes, it easily handles 4K up to 120 frames per second in ProRes. Now, ZIKE sent me the 2TB version to test, which gives me 353 minutes of 4K 25 frames per second ProRes recording. It also includes a built-in cooling fan, a color display with real-time info, pass-through charging, and supports for accessories like microphones. This is especially great because it lets you record externally and plug in something like the DJI Mic Mini to capture high-quality audio while recording externally on your iPhone. Plus, it works with most smartphone gimbals without affecting balance. And here's something to think about. Upgrading the iPhone 16 Pro Max from the 265GB, which is around $1,199, to 1 terabyte, which is $1,599, costs $400. Instead, you could get the ZIKE 1 terabyte SSD for just $169.99 and have a portable drive you can also use with your iPad, Mac, or PC. Now, if you're in the market for a reliable external storage for your iPhone, definitely check out ZIKE's SSD. Link will be in the video description below. So let's now move on to the lenses, starting with the anamorphic lens. Anamorphic lenses give your footage that cinematic widescreen look, along with those signature horizontal lens flares. They work by squeezing the image horizontally, and the great thing is the Blackmagic Camera app has a built-in de-squeeze function, so you can preview the corrected image in real time while you shoot. The kit includes 3 types: blue, gold, and neutral, each offering a different flare style: gold for warm, dreamy flares, blue for a cooler sci-fi look, and neutral for a clean, natural image. There are 2 squeeze options: 1.33x for subtle widescreen effect and 1.55x for a more dramatic cinematic look. Each lens uses a 17mm thread and can be screwed directly onto the case. When mounting the lens, make sure the spirit level is balanced so that your horizon stays straight and the image isn't unintentionally tilted. You can also screw filters directly in front of the anamorphic lens. We already talked about what a VND does. The kit also includes a glow mist 1/4 filter. This one adds a soft, dreamy look to your footage by slightly blooming the highlights and reducing contrast. For best results, use the anamorphic lens with image stabilization turned off and mount it on a tripod such as Freewell's Real Travel Tripod, which I like for its super lightweight and compact design. If you want camera movement, a mobile gimbal like the Home iSteady M7 can help stabilize your footage. You can also use extreme stabilization in the Blackmagic Camera app when filming handheld, but be cautious, it can sometimes cause a wobble effect in your video. Now, the kit comes with a 1.7x and a 6x telephoto lens. These let you zoom in optically, meaning you can get closer to your subject without sacrificing image quality like you would with digital zoom. The 1.7x lens is great for tighter framing, perfect for portrait, isolating your subject from the background. Also, the 1.7x offers a more shallow depth of field. The 6x lens gives you serious reach, ideal for distant subjects like landscape, architecture, or anything you can't physically get closer to. It offers manual focus so you can make sure your subject stays sharp. You can also add a VND filter that has a 43mm thread using the adapter ring. Now, you might think, my iPhone already has a 5x telephoto lens, so why use an external one? Good question. Here's the difference. The external lenses mount onto the main 1x lens, which is usually the higher quality sensor on the iPhone. And that means you get better detail, better dynamic range, and better low light performance even when zooming in. So instead of relying on the built-in 5x lens, which can sometimes struggle in challenging lighting, you're using the best camera on your phone with added optical reach. Both lenses use a 17mm thread and can be paired with the filters like the VND 125 stop CPI TTL and the glow mist 1/4 for more control and cinematic style. Now let's talk about the macro lens, and this one's pretty unique. Depending on the type of iPhone you have, like the iPhone 16 Pro Max, you might already have a built-in macro capability. So to see how this external lens compares, we'll do a quick side-by-side test. Now you can see that the 45x macro lens goes way more closer than the built-in macro lens on the iPhone. And what makes the 45x macro lens stand out is that it has a built-in LED light, which really helps when you're shooting super close and when natural light isn't enough. As always, it screws directly onto the case using the 17mm mount and uses the main 1x camera, so you're still getting the best sensor your phone has to offer. So now that we've gone through all the lenses, filters, and accessories in the kit, let's talk about the big question: do you actually need the full kit? The good news is you don't have to buy everything at once. Freewell gives you the option to purchase lenses and filters separately, so you can build your setup based on your specific needs and budget. Now, if you're doing professional shoots, making money with your content, filming short films, or just serious about creating high quality videos with your phone, then yes, this kit is worth it. It gives you a full range of tools to adapt to any shooting scenarios. Now, if I had to choose one item from this kit, it would definitely be the VND CPL filter, because this way I can still make use of all three lenses and still achieve a natural motion blur in my shot. Now let me know what you think about this kit and which filter or lenses you would go for. Be sure to drop them in the comments. Now, if you're interested in learning more about anamorphic lenses specifically, I recently made a video where I shot a short music cover using one. So if you want to see how it looks in action, definitely check out this video right here. Other than that, thank you so much for watching and see you in the next video.